Alright, well, I'm finally back, and this is the full build of one hit boss skill build. I managed to test it extensively today and perfect it in a way that we will do 100k damage per hit in some cases. Now this damage means that we are doing way over HP pool of every boss in the game. I think at least every boss in the game. Now I don't know on Way of the Demon how bosses work. I did complete the first region on Way of the Demon, but I still don't think they have 100k health pool. I managed to come up with two ways how to do this massive damage. One is a lot safer, but you will do about 20% less damage. One is a lot riskier, but you will do more damage like that. The thing is, I don't know if there's any worth in doing a riskier version, because we are doing way more damage above HP pools of bosses, as I said before, but it's up to you how you want to test it. If you want to perfect it even more, do even more damage, be my guest. Damage varies of the enemy's resistance to various attacks, and also varies on what skill we are using. The whole thing here is simple. We are going to use two shot element magic spells at the same time to trigger a confusion or discord element on our enemies so that they take more damage, and then we will paralyze them and use our skill. One way is that we do it with buffs to our close combat attack when we are in a critical state. The other way is by buffing our skill damage. That skill damage version is a lot safer. And that is the whole thing. Now let's get on with the build. One way how this build works is with Armor of the Exceptional set, because we get skill damage bonus, and Warrior of the West, 3 pieces of the same set, so that we get close combat attack, close combat damage buffed slightly as well. This is the safer option. The riskier option is if we go for the Fanatic set. Fanatic boosts our attack when our health is critical. And we have also special effects critical boost that further boosts special effects that are triggered by us going into a critical state, which means that close combat attack critical will get boosted even further. Very powerful thing, and this is riskier but with more rewards way on how to build this particular build. Second part is Warrior of the West, so that we get close combat damage, as I said before. So you need two sets here. Armor of the Exceptional or Fanatic with Warrior of the West. All these bonuses stack up and help us in doing those massive amounts of single hit damage. If you're going for the Fanatic set, then I suggest trying to reforge your sword to have close combat attack critical. That way it will get boosted when your health is low, and from the Fanatic set special effects critical set bonus. If not, then you don't need that. You can have it, but you don't need that. Instead of Onisakon Spear that you see in the video that you need for the safer way, you need to equip this sword to get the full set piece bonus of Fanatic's armor, if you're going for the Fanatic's armor. So in the equipment section you need two sets, one complete one and one that will get you for piece set bonus, that is Warrior of the West. The complete one is to be Armor of the Exceptional or Fanatic one, up to you which way you prefer. And for the second accessory you need close combat attack enemy paralyzed or close combat attack enemy poisoned, doesn't matter which one. Paralyzed is good against enemies that can be obviously paralyzed, but half of the bosses cannot be paralyzed. So you're going to need to poison them, and then the accessory with buffed damage to enemy poisoned will come in play. For skills, you need from sword tree EI quick draw or sword of meditation. These two work fantastic. But EI quick draw with the mystic art that boosts damage from behind is more powerful. Get from spear section, if you're going for the fanatic way, damage boost when your health is 30% or lower, which means critical state, and get from Kusarigama damage from behind. These are the musts. But the spear one you don't need if you're not going for the fanatic set. From the ninja tree get the first one, and from this skill tree you only need two things, that is poison blister beetle powder and medusa powder. I'm using poison powder because it's good versus enemies that have resistance to paralysis, so that we poison them and we get additional damage versus poisoned enemy. Others are completely optional. You can go for some of the passives here, but it's up to you. Also go for the concealment mystic art. For the Omnio magic tree, go for the awakening as always. From here you need weakness and you need 3 element types. Why 3? Well, because sometimes an enemy will be resistant to a certain type. That's why you need 3, so you can change them. I went with wind, water and lightning, but you can go for whatever you want, as I said. Go for the Carnage talisman as well, and if you're going for the fanatic set, I definitely suggest going for some kind of a protection, either a quick change scroll from the ninja tree or a protection talisman from the Omnio magic tree. This is my final look at the ready jutsu section. You can see water shot, blister beetle powder, medusa powder, lightning shot, carnage weakness. Makibishi ball is optional here, insert whatever you want. Also goes for the poison. You don't have to go for poison at all. You can try something else, up to you, play with stuff. But others should be there. For stats, you can play with stuff here, just go for magic and dexterity so that you can have a lot of points and some of the power in your spells. Some of the things are affected with magic power and the ninjutsu power stat, most of them are not. Buffs and debuffs usually are not affected by magic power rating, but it's not universal. Some of them actually are, but the boosts are almost irrelevant, up to 1 to 2% for 10 points in magic stat. That's not worth it. For the guardian spirit, I've chosen Kato. You can also go for Hinezumi if you're going for the fanatic version, and you can also go for Sorcy if you're going for the fanatic version as well. I prefer Kato for the armor of the exceptional one because it boosts skill damage. And the second one I went with Akomori so that I have more damage from behind. And that's the whole build, people. That's the whole bloody thing. Now I will show you how I work with poison. I went and fought Honda Tadakatsu in Way of the Strong, and this guy cannot be paralyzed. Not a problem. I went and used poison on him and hit him for almost 32k damage. That's an alternative option when paralysis is not working. You can also put quick change scroll on yourself while you're doing this, or protection amulet, so that you survive the damage output. Here you can see the clear difference in damage numbers when we compare it to the beginning of the video when I was using the fanatic version. Fanatic version went with that first enemy over 100k per hit. It went to, I think, 102k. With Armor of the Exceptional it goes up to about 83 to 85k per hit. Still very good, right? And you're safe, you're not in a critical state. For the second enemy it goes down from about 85 to 70, if I remember correctly, something like that. And here you can see if you run out of elements to induce the confusion status on your enemy, you can just paralyze the human opponents and do your stuff, putting weakness on them and carnage on yourself. You will still do from 15 to 25 to 30 damage per hit, depending on what skill you're using and if it's from behind or not. There you go, lads. Enjoy the build, have fun with it, perfect it even more, and don't forget to check out the description, please, for the possible donations. Everything is explained there and in a special video. And tomorrow I will be doing thrown weapons build if I have the time. If not, it's going to be 2 days from today. Thanks all.